Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to do an expansion draft rebuild around the new basketball sensation, Zion Williamson, who's just been taking over the college scene. An absolute beast. People are comparing him to LeBron James. He is supposed to be the next big-time player when it comes to the NBA. So much so, the NBA actually decided to put him into the NBA right now and give him his own team in the form of the Alaska Explorers. So yes, guys, we're doing an expansion draft rebuild. 3 seasons. If you guys want me to do this for more college players, let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to drop a like on this video. So as far as the team that was assembled together, we have a random assortment of NBA players, starting with Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons is going to be the star teammate of Zion Williamson. While both these guys are both really big time talents, I really don't know how their games are actually going to go together, because you know, both are not really good shooters. I mean, Ben Simmons, he doesn't shoot jump shots at all. Zion is actually doing a bit better with the three-point shot in college than I thought he was going to, so he's got potential right there. But regardless, man, like between Ben Simmons passing and Zion's dunking, the playmaking out there should be absolutely unbelievable. A lot of highlight dunks and stuff like that. And then we got like some basic role players out there. We got Nurkic, who isn't exactly the greatest fit by Zion, because, you know, I'm thinking on this team, I would want more of like a stretch 5 at the center position, just to kind of space out the floor. We got Evan Fournier out there, who's a decent shooting guard, kind of got a bitch-ass contract and stuff, but it's only 2 years on there, and he's a pretty decent scorer regardless. Nicholas Batum, I mean, he got a 2-year, $50 million contract. He's not going to bring much to this team, but for now, he's 6'8", can play the small forward position. We got Gerald Green out there, a nice veteran. Kelly Olynyk, who I could envision as the future starter of this team, but there's definitely some other aspects of his games he has to work on. His rebounding, he's a decent defensive rebounder. I know defense, I don't think he's all that great. He's got a 57 shot block out there. We got Trey Burke for backup point guard. We got CJ Miles, who can also play small forward. J.R. Smith, who's not going to get no PT. Stanley bitch-ass Johnson. You know, guys like that on the team here, man. So it's definitely going to be an interesting rebuild. The focus of it is going to be Zion becoming a star and Ben Simmons and those two working together, because despite it, like, I'm not going to get rid of Ben Simmons. I'm not going to trade him away, right? That's our big-time player alongside Zion right there, man. That's the Batman Robin. But the question is, who's Batman and who's Robin? Well, I guess we'll probably find that out as this, you know, this rebuild goes on right there. As far as this first season goes, I mean, I can't think of any big-time trades to do. I'm thinking Batum, I might just roll him for right now. It will kind of go with that. As far as, like, players in the G League, you know, as much as I don't like Stanley Johnson, I'm going to coach him in the aspect of trying to make him like a Tony Allen type of player. That means being a really good defender, which he can be. Like, Stanley Johnson is good at defense sometimes. But I really don't want him doing much offensively. So I'm going to put him in the G League, try to develop his defensive game, and just go with that. Don't really have a ton of like other young players. I guess we got Kevin Huerter out there. I don't know exactly what he could be. It looks like he's got pretty good shooting stats. He's 6'7" from Maryland. And then we got DJ Wilson, but I'm not going to worry about those guys for right now, man. And yeah, I think we just kind of roll the team this season and see how they do out there. We are in the, let's see, Alaska. That is that the Western Conference? I think that'll be the Western Conference, right? I don't know what bitch-ass Alaska is, man. Come on, baby. But I don't know if this team's a playoff team this season. I'm thinking about that third season is when we'll really start competing, start getting some more of the right guys out there. So let's go ahead, man, simulate this first NBA season, see how this Zion Ben Simmons team can really do. So I thought floor spacing was going to be like a huge issue with this team. I thought we were going to be like a 500 record, like 41 wins the first season, 55-26. So we very well might be building the next dynasty here for the Alaska Explorers. Similarly through day against Toronto Raptors. Finished the L in the season, so that's never good. But we got DeMarcus Cousins getting MVP on the Warriors, and Zion Williamson as Rookie of the Year at 20 points per game, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. And he shot about 33% from 3, which shows pretty good potential right there. Tyreek Evans, 6-man, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, defensive player with Ricky Rubio, most improved, and Steve Kerr as Coach of the Year. Here is the All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, with Zion making that in his rookie season. And here is the All-NBA third with Ben Simmons making that. So that's definitely a good indication right there for what this team can become. And okay, so I guess, yeah, Alaska's the Eastern Conference, man. I don't know, man. In 4th grade, I got, like, detention every single day from doing bad in like geography class and stuff like that, man. I don't know, man. Alaska, I thought it was Western Conference. My apologies. Whatever, bro. I mean, I'd rather be in the Eastern Conference, than being honest. So Zion did lead this team in scoring. Ben Simmons at 19 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists per game. He's shooting threes at all. 62% field goal percentage for a point guard is just like next level right there. Didn't really shoot any threes at all. But Evan Fournier, decent scoring numbers despite his contract. It's not that bad though. Nurkic at 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. As much as I like Nurkic, as much as I love his contract, I could see myself still trading him, though. Batum did decent out there. I love the 7 assists. Not really expecting that. Gerald Green, Trey Burke, Olenek. Bench unit did absolutely fantastic, guys. But first round, we do have the Cleveland Cavaliers, a team that he actually could go to in real life. Let's go ahead and simulate current round and see how far we can get here in this first season. I'm going to predict losing to the Raptors in the Eastern Conference, but the way this is going, man, we might lose second round. And tied series, and okay, so we beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-3. Zion dropping 37, 4, and 5, and 3 steals in the Game 7. Colin Sexton, 21 points for himself. Next up, Boston Celtics. This series could be a little difficult since we just almost lost to Cleveland, and we up 2-1. We up 3-1, and 3-2, 3-2, 3-3, and we lose in the second round of the playoffs here in the first season. That's okay, man. I'm still impressed out there with what Zion did. 14 for 16 shooting, 10 for 14 for Ben Simmons. It's going to be okay, guys. It's definitely going to be okay out here. We just have to, fill in the pieces now, make the trades we got to make. Probably sign a new head coach. I think we got like some made-up dude right now, so definitely want to get a coach. One preferably that runs the 7-second offense. I feel like with our athleticism, I want this team running up and down the court and shooting the ball a lot. So let's go to staff signings, see who's actually available. And not looking like a lot of great options. We are going to fire Millen Mack. Don't really need him for any reason. We got Greg Popovich, good coach defensively. So we got Scott Brooks out there who is post-centric. He's got pretty good stats, man. I really don't want to take Greg Popovich off the San Antonio Spurs, so I think I'm going to try Scott Brooks out. I know he has his struggles at times when it comes to coaching and stuff like that, but we'll see what he can do for us. And yeah, I probably want to get a better trainer too if possible. Hopefully we can get like this, somebody with like a, A-. That'd be absolutely great. Should be like 3 training camps for us. Give him that money right there. So we'll sign Martin. Scott Brooks is still thinking about it. We got him signed up. That's absolutely perfect for us. I guess next we'll hit up the NBA draft, although it's not going to be a great pick, but you never know, man. Also, there might be 2 Zions in the league. I think I'm going to have to go ahead and delete one of them. Not mine, not delete my Zion. But yeah, we can't have 2 Zions in the league. So we're on the clock with the 27th pick in the draft. As far as players available, we got Jordan Brown, interior defender. Let's see, he's 19, 15, 6, 11, 72 overall player. Ceilings to Drunas Elgalstis, floor Jason Smith. Definitely not a bad crowd to be with. Jamarant, is that how you say it? Jamarant? My apologies, guys. Looking pretty good out there for Murray State, 6'2". Trey Burke's our backup point guard right now, so we definitely could improve at that position. I think I'm going to go with Jamarant right here. Let's see what he can do for us. So welcome to the team. Hopefully he's like at least like 72 overall player. So yeah, he is a 73 overall, even better, man. All right, team player option. CJ Miles accepted his. J.R. Smith thankfully declined his team option, which is very surprising. No, actually, no, we have a team option, not a player option. So yes, we are definitely going to decline that $16 million contract. I'm not trying to pay all that money. Stanley Johnson will send up the qualifying offer. I'm going to actually throw him a contract. We did invest in his training camp, so it's like we might as well. Wants about $15 million a season. So basically, J.R. Smith's money goes towards Stanley Johnson to be a oh, he's not even, bro, you little bitch ass, bro. You know that, Stanley? I freaking invest in you, and now you don't want to be on my team. I don't care about you, man. I don't care about you, bro. You can just leave. You can just leave for all I care, man. You're not a real one out there, bro. You don't know what you're doing, man. Oh my God, that pissed me off so much, man. Like I invest in you as a player. All right, other guys available. We don't really need any centers at all. I think for the most part, our team's like good to go. We might make a trade here and there, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Maybe try to get Stanley Johnson back. Maybe he'll accept his qualifying offer. I don't really know. But yeah, guys, I'll see you at the beginning of the regular season. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do this trade to kind of help with our spacing issues on the team. Nurkic and CJ Miles for Alonzo Trier, who's been an absolute amazing NBA player, guys. This dude's absolutely tearing up the league. We also got Timothy bitch-ass Mozgov's contract for his season, but that's okay, man. It allows money to come off the books. So what I'm going to do is probably start Alonzo Trier, and then maybe put Evan Fournier at the small forward position and use Nicholas Batum off the bench, and then probably start Kelly Olynyk in the center position, have Mozgov as a backup center. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and do this trade. Okay, so here is the team going into the second season. Ben Simmons, Alonzo Trier, Evan Fournier, Zion Williamson, and Kelly Olynyk at the center position. We got Batum off the bench. I think he's actually going to excel at that spot. Mozgov, Kevin Huerter right there, and also Jamorant right there. And then a few other, bench players that are probably not going to play all that much. We're going to go with I believe it was a 9-man rotation. Yes, a 9-man rotation. Let's go ahead, man. Actually, I want to hit up the player mentorship real quick. I feel like Ben Simmons would actually be a pretty nice mentor for what's his name, for Zion Williamson. So we're going to try that out just because, you know, Ben Simmons being a taller guy, being quick with the basketball, I feel like somebody like that, because, you know, Zion Williamson, like his body being like the, as of right now, he'd be the second heaviest player in the entire NBA. So I don't know, man. I just feel like Ben Simmons would be able to teach him a thing or two. Let's throw him the acrobatic, the relentless finisher, and also let's try the pick and roll master. We'll go with that. All right, that sounds good to me. Set mentor for that. And then, yeah, Zion is an 84 overall player now. Let's look at system proficiencies. So that's post-centric. We got triangle 7-second, which is probably, well, pace and space is 3.5. Perimeter-centric is 3.5. I really don't want to do that with this type of team right here. So we're going to try out the pace and space, man. And, yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this second NBA season, see just how good this team can really do. So 57 wins on the season, one more game, guys. We are nearly a 60-win team. I feel like we are going to get there in that third season unless something goes completely wrong. MVP goes towards Zion Williamson. JK, man, that is actually LeBron James. People say Zion's the next LeBron, so it's an easy mistake. Do you guys think he's the next LeBron James? I don't know, man. Scott Brooks, though, coach of the year, so it looks like that was the right pickup for the Alaska Explorers, whatever our team's name is. Here is All-NBA first team, All-NBA second with Zion on there, and Ben Simmons, and All-NBA third. Rest of the stats for you guys to see out there. How do you guys think Zion's going to be as a defender also? Like, do you feel like he has potential to make, like, all defensive teams? Is he that type of player? Let me know in the comment section below. And, yeah, man, so we got player stats on the season. Zion at 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists per game. Ben Simmons, 22 and 10 with 8 assists himself. Fournier did fantastic at small forward. Makes me actually want to re-sign him back to the team. I feel like he's been a nice addition. Kelly Olynyk did good as the starting center. Rebounding was decent. Love the 2 assists. Alonzo Trier, decent numbers. Like, wasn't asked to do too much, but made 43% of his shots. 3-point shot at about 36%. So hoping for, like, you know, maybe 38, 39, but that's still really respectable. And the bench unit was all pretty top notch. This Kevin Huerter dude was like actually like making a name for himself out there. Like, this man's trying to be like a starter of our team, guys. Shooting at about 40% out there. But first round, we do have the Milwaukee Bucks, so we're going to go ahead and simulate the current round, see if this is our year to win it all. And so far, so good. We won 4 games to 0. Very nice, man. Moving on to the second round of the playoffs. And closeout game, we got 37 and 10 for Zion, 34 for Evan Fournier, 20, and 7 for Ben Simmons. Next up, the Boston Celtics. Simulate current round break here, see how this goes. Got game 1, got game 2. Come on, man, make it a sweep, baby. Make it a sweep. All right, got him 4 games to 0. 4 games to 0, man. 29-13 for Zion, triple-double for Ben Simmons, 14-8 for Kelly Olynyk, 13-3-8 for Evan Fournier. Next up, the Toronto Raptors, the team that I'm always nervous about. So, simulate current round here. Got game 1. If we get past them, guys, we're winning the championship, man. Plain and simple. And we up 3-1. Guys, we win 4 games to 1. But Houston did sweep the Phoenix Suns, who was in the Western Conference, very surprisingly. All right, here we go. Simulate current round, baby. Let's get them, man. Game 1, game 2. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Don't do something, bitch, man. God damn, baby. Wow. I was getting hyped for a second. Like, I was getting kind of geeked up about myself. I was like, yo, this is the season we're going to win it, man. Season 2, I'm going to make it happen. But each season, we're getting a little better, man. Like, I believe we lost in the conference finals last year. Got to the finals this time around. And now we got, you know, we lost in game 6. So that means next year is our year to win it, right? Assuming we get Ben Simmons back. That's, like, priority number 1, because I'm pretty sure he is off his contract now. His rookie contract is officially up, so we definitely got to give him max money. So let's see if we get this dude in the draft. Ayo. All right, we'll get you, man. Ayo. Team player options. Anything going on with this? Yo, man, this bitch ass 2K loan screen is rough this year. Fournier's back, Batum's back, Olynyk's back. I'm happy about all that. All those guys are more than welcome to come back to the team, although Batum's contract is still very large. So, Ben Simmons, I'm going to throw him his contract. Alonzo Trier, I'm going to kind of see what he wants out there. I can't guarantee that I'm going to bring him back. But, yeah, Ben Simmons, we are definitely going to give him, like, probably a near max contract. That's definitely what he's worth. And, yeah, so he agrees to that. I would like to get Alonzo Trier back, though, man. I don't know if we can actually afford him. We don't have bird rights on him. He is restricted, though, so that is good for us. So I think I'm going to get out of the moratorium period. And then I'm going to see how much I can actually send his way. Okay, so we got that. So, okay, I guess, bro, it didn't even give me an option to sign him, man. Bro, if you're restricted, shouldn't it tell you, like, if a team is offering him a contract? All right, well, I just lost Alonzo Trier because 2K doesn't warn me about stuff, man. You're supposed to get a warning about that. Like, I guess, whatever, man. I don't even care, bro. He wasn't that great for us. I think Herter's actually going to get the start if we have him back. Bellinelli looks like a nice, decent sign. So maybe a Danny Green also. I'll get both those guys for minimums. Yeah, Bellinelli, because I'm afraid both the ratings are going to go down. So maybe even throw like a Troy Daniels an offer. And Marco, Troy, got those guys. Danny Green got him. All right, man. Maybe a backup center, Timothy Mozgov. I'll bring him back on, you know, a decent contract. But that's about it. Power forward, Jones Jerebko, sure, why not? Can't promise a play, but he's a pretty high-rated player. So, and by high-rated, I mean 75 overall is not really high, but still, man. Okay, so we got some role players. I think we're going to go ahead and ooh, yo, Marshawn Brooks. I just signed like 17 shooting guards, so I can't sign another one. Nah, man, I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so I found this trade right here that I like a lot. Batum, Herter, and also a first-round pick in exchange for Steven Adams and Jeremy Grant. I have like a theory for what I want to do for this final season here, guys. I'm going to make like a God Squad, most beastly, tallest lineup of all time. So we're going to put Evan Fournier as shooting guard. We are actually going to put Zion at small forward. He goes to a 91 overall. Steven Adams at center. And then Kelly Olynyk at 7 foot is going to run the power forward position, man. That's going to be the most tallest lineup ever. The shooting should still be there. I know Adams and Ben Simmons can't shoot, but still, like having, you know, Olynyk and Fournier in the lineup like that should be nice. And Alonzo will be off the bench with Jamorant. We got Jeremy Grant for some athleticism. I'm going to take away Troy Daniels' minutes. I'm going to give some more to Mozgov. And yeah, I definitely want to get the minutes up here for my starters more. So I'm going to get Zion playing a lot. Ben Simmons playing just as much. And probably Olynyk and, you know, Steven Adams at a lot too. So let's get Steven Adams at about 34 a game and Olynyk at... I also like them at about 34, if I'm being honest, man. I want those guys playing more than, you know, like Mozgov and stuff. Fournier, I guess he can kind of switch out minutes a bit with Alonzo Trier because they can both bring it offensively. But yeah, so that is the final roster. I think this is definitely a championship team. I think Steven Adams, just his hustle and his mentality out there is big time. So let's go ahead, guys, simulate this final NBA season and see if we can win it all. So I personally was expecting about 60 wins. It looks like this team is about to be historically great, man. One more game against the Timberwolves, simulate through date, finished with a W on the season, 70-12 for this team, man. Zion Williamson, a final or a regular season MVP. Maybe it'll be final season MVP. We'll see how that goes. At 26 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, man. Maybe we're predicting the future right now. Maybe Alaska gets a team and everything's just good to go and everybody's happy, right? Although I don't see 76er fans letting go of Ben Simmons to go to Alaska. I don't think Ben Simmons really wants to go to Alaska all that much himself anyway. But here are the All-NBA first teams, Ben Simmons and Zion making that. Bro, there's no way we don't win this championship, man. I swear, if we lose to anybody, I'm going to be so pissed. But let's go ahead and check out these player stats real quick here. And we got Zion. We know his stat line, 21, 9, and 10 for Ben. Fournier did great. Kelly Olynyk and Steven Adams. I mean, those guys were like the perfect fit alongside each other. We got Jamorant out there at 10 points per game. Alonzo Trier did nice off the bench. About the same that he did as a starter. So I think that was a good move by us to do. Here we go, though. First round, the Orlando Magic. Simulate current round. See how this goes. Got game 1. Got game 2. 2-1. All right, man. No, come on, guys. No surprises, man. No surprises. Okay, we won 4 games zone. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Toronto Raptors, which is just always a great thing to see. Ben Simmons and Zion Williamson taking over. All right, next up, Cleveland Cavaliers. Simulate current round right here. And got game 1, 2-0, 2-1. Another surprise for, oh my God, come on, guys. Guys, don't screw, 3-2, 3-2. Hey, 4 games to 2. And we do have the second seed Atlanta Hawks, because 2K likes to do that quite often, apparently, man. Make them such a great team. They currently have, they got DeMarcus Cousins. Okay, Romeo Langford. Is that Lewis King, I believe his name is? Yes, Lewis King, Trae Young still. All right, this team's actually going to be difficult to beat. So simulate game 1, got that. Simulate game 2. We up 2-0, simulate game. Maybe we'll just sweep them, and that will not be difficult. Nope, I always jinx myself, man. 2-1, 2-2, so both teams winning the home games. And we up 3-2. The Lakers are in the finals. 4 games to 2, guys. We have LeBron James against Zion Williamson in the NBA Finals. How great is that? Let's go ahead and simulate this game by game. We got game 1. Simulate the next one, 2-0. Simulate the next one, 2-1. Simulate game 4, 3 games to 1. And is this game? Hey, we got him 4 games to 1. Zion Williamson, your finals MVP, taking the torch from the king, becoming the new king of the NBA at the age of 21. 31 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks per game. Shot 48% from 3 here in the NBA Finals. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know which team I should do next. Let me know if you like me doing the expansion draft rebuilds for guys that are not actually in the NBA yet. Until next time, my friends, peace out.